Alright, this is another rant quest. You know who I am. I'm the Blood Knight of the old Republic of Bloodganistan. And yeah, this is another rant quest. This is dated. This is gonna be dated. This is gonna be dated. I'm admitting it, folks. This is just me getting off. It's just me getting off shit off my chest. I don't care how dated it's gonna be. I'm putting this episode out later. This is just me this is catharsis for me, folks. This is fucking catharsis. So yeah, this. So there's a biker festival right now in Sturgeon, Florida. Wherever I don't know. Yeah, it's in Sturgeon, Florida. And yeah, so yeah, that's going on in CNN. They're talking about how it's going to be a super spreading event for the coronavirus. Like all the fucking protests in all the fucking cities around the fucking country weren't fucking super spreading events. No. When George Floyd died, everyone just started fucking protesting like it was no fucking tomorrow, burning shit down. All the fucking anarchists and shit were getting their fucking kicks off. Antifa fucking sending people in to bring in to steal construction supplies, bring them into the city. This is just fucked up, folks. CNN's reporting that this is a super spreader event, like all the other protests in America weren't super spreading events, you fucking morons. You fucking asshats. Report actual fucking news instead of your goddamn fucking opinions. You pieces of fucking bullshit. Man. This coronavirus, it makes me appreciate the freedoms we have. I live in Ontario, Canada. I'm not going to tell you where. But right now we're at stage 3 and we have to, of reopening. We're at stage 3 and we have to wear fucking masks whenever we go inside public places or restaurants. Restaurants have to be at a minimized capacity. But yeah, and everything has to be spaced out and spread out. Everything has to be spread out. Everything's spaced out. There's limits to number of people that can be in a store at any one time. We're fucking using the hand sanitizer all the goddamn time. Fucking ruining our skins on our hands, by the way. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off, Doug Ford. Yeah, now we gotta wear masks everywhere. Now, this shit, I've talked to a lot of people about this on the subject, and they all come to a consensus that this should have been happening at the beginning of the fucking pandemic. This shouldn't be happening at stage 3. It should have been happening at stage 1 or stage 0, whichever fucking stage. Whatever stage was the beginning one stage. I'm assuming it's stage 1 or stage 0 or whatever. Masks should have been mandatory then when everything was fucking locked down and our economy was being lit on fire by stagnation itself. Yeah, it's bad that grandma and grandpa are more susceptible to this than younger people. It's sad. And we had a lot of outbreaks in nursing homes in Ontario and in Quebec. There were a lot of outbreaks in nursing homes. Why? Because these nursing homes never hired on full-time staff. There was all part-time work all the time. So you had nursing staff moving back and forth between between the fucking nursing homes, moving back and fucking forth, spreading the virus that way. We didn't have to worry about people coming into the nursing homes bringing the virus with them. We had to fucking worry about the nurses bringing this shit with them. And grandma and grandpa, they've lived they've lived their lives, folks. Grandma and Grandpa, they have lived their lives. And if you know an old person, if you know an old person right now, if you know an old person right now, in 20 years from now, they're not they're, they're not going to be alive. Let's just say between now and then, the likelihood of them dying is huge. They're 80 right now. They're gonna then 100 to them. The 100 is coming in 20. If that old person is 80 right now, 100 is coming in 20 years. That's just how math works. It sucks that old people die, and you get to know if you get to know an old person, it sucks to know that they're gonna die sooner than you. Or unless it sucks. It honestly does. It fucking sucks that that's gonna happen to them. It sucks. But you know what? You know what? You know what? We're all gonna be old people. Eventually. When we get there. However old we get, we're gonna get there. And there's gonna be, and we're gonna learn, we're gonna meet, and we're gonna meet a young person, and we're gonna be friendly with them. And yeah, we're just gonna break their heart when we pass on. That is what's gonna happen, folks. Now, is it cold and cruel and callous to say that that old people, that old people have lived their lives and maybe we shouldn't be ruining things for the rest of us for them? Is it wrong? Is it morally ethical to say that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say one way or the other for if certainty like that, you know? But no, we're lighting our economy on fire. And we did this all to flatten the curve, but now people are getting sick anyway. All we've done is delayed things. All the closures we've had were just to delay things. Folks, if you're in the US, it's to delay things. And if you're in Canada, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another resurgence. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. Because that's all we've done. We've delayed the curve. We've pushed all this shit back. That's what the United States did, and that's what we did now. We've delayed all this shit, and from what I've heard, we won't have a viable cure for this or vaccine for this bullshit till the end of the year or past that. And if this virus mutates, it's another cold virus. It is another cold virus, folks. Another cold virus that we have to live with all the fucking time. Like we have to do with cold viruses all the fucking time. This shit mutates. Are we gonna be locked down forever? If this becomes a new cold virus, if this shit mutates? Are we gonna be locked down forever? Are the government's just gonna lock us down periodically whenever a bunch of people get the Wuhan flu? Are we just gonna lock down periodically? Just randomly torch our economy, put ourselves further billions of dollars in debt, I was just gonna I was just gonna piss away our money, jack inflation up through the fucking Mars. Are we gonna do that? We either choose fear or we choose life. We either choose fear or we choose life. That's the truth of this matter, folks. And these bikers in Sturgeon, Florida. I think it's Florida. These bikers in Sturgeon, Florida, they have they have they have balls. They got stones. And compared to me, I'm a pussy. And compared to I'm a pussy. I'm a fucking pussy compared to these bikers. And I'll freely admit that out of respect to these people who choose life instead of fear. All CNN is doing, folks, is just perpetuating fear. They're fucking fear mongers. And they wrap it up and they use news. They use news as a fucking cloak. They use it as a fucking cloak. They use the guise of news as a fucking cloak. All they are is just fucking. All they are is just fucking. All they do is fucking rant. Oh, super spreader event this, and super spreader event this, and bad. And Orange Man, bad. Oh, look how terrible Orange Man is. Well, you know what? CNN, your coverage of Orange Man led to free publicity for the Orange Man. And a lot of people watched CNN for the Orange Man. They wanted to see what the Orange Man was doing. They wanted to see what the Orange Man was doing. And they did, and they found a kindred spirit in the Orange Man with them. They found a fucking kindred spirit. And the man talked about issues people wanted to hear, even if he was fucking lying. He talked about issues people wanted to hear about, that the Democrats weren't even fucking touching. They weren't touching any of the shit Donald Trump was touching. Donald Trump actually, he claims to boasts about grabbing pussies. Are people going to see that and be disgusted? No, they're going to see a man who who's crass, who speaks like them. Because I know when I speak with my best friend, we get up to some crass shit. We get up to some might say less politically correct conversations. We make jokes about we make jokes that involve other races. Are they good jokes? I don't know. Well, we get up to that. We make crass jokes. It's just me and my friend. We make crass jokes about the day's topics and we make light of them. But no, these bikers in Sturgeon, Florida, they're choosing life instead of fear, and fucking CNN is trying to punish them for it. Like, the protests, they should have been, why weren't they bashing on the protesters about the coronavirus, about it being a super spreader event? Why weren't they doing that? Well, I'll tell you, it's because they have a fucking narrative. They put the news through a fucking narrative. And they don't let you decide what is right and what isn't right. They tell you what's right and what isn't right. There's a song by Dennis D. Young called Turn Off CNN. I have it on my computer because I saw him live as a solo artist. It was good. It was a good show. But yeah, no. These bikers are choosing life over fear, And they make me look like a pussy in comparison. And you know what? These are our role models. These people should be our role models. To a certain extent. I don't agree with all shit bikers do, but to a certain extent, these are fucking role models. They choose, they choose life over fear. And if that puts them in their fucking hospital, if that puts them in their fucking in the fucking hospital, then these people are just became fucking martyrs for the rest of us. It really does. It really, that's what happens. Martyrs for martyrs who choose fear over life. Or not. Oh, I got that mixed up. Ugh, life over fear. This is what reviewing Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Lower Decks does to you. Ugh, messes you up. The bikers chose life over fear, folks. Life over fear. A lot of us should do that more often. That's what I think.